Okay, hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome to the start of a new campaign, live stream campaign on the channel. I like that, one like for every person who's watching the stream, that's what I like to see. So the poll, I already see that some of you are voting, the poll for who we are going to play as is already in the chat, so, whoa, where'd all my viewers go? What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna guess that it's something where it's like, I guess if you are in the poll, you're not in the chat or something. Anyway, the poll question is, what nation or path should I play? One option per region, and we'll do a runoff poll if necessary, if nobody hits, over 50%. So I'm gonna let people vote for like the first 5 minutes or so. But hope everybody is doing good today. Happy Monday. So what we're celebrating today, for those of you who don't know, is that there's going to be that I have hit 100,000 views on the Moe Order Russian reunification video on my channel. So that's pretty cool. So a lot of people are pushing Shushkin. So the options that I've got here is we could play as Bukharina in Komi, which would be communism. We could do Yazov in the Black League in Omsk. Shushkin in Novosibirsk is representing Central Siberia, and Mikhail II represents Chita and the resurgent Tsardom, I guess, in the Far East. So it actually kind of looks like the votes are kind of evening up once again. So yeah, we'll just let it keep going for another couple of minutes, If nothing's over 50%, I'll make a new poll. Let's see here. Hello, Tyler. Hi, Porky. How am I? I'm good. Had a, day at work. A lot of work, but, kind of the last few days at work, like, I've had a lot to do. We're getting closer and closer to the holidays. They're practically upon us already, excuse me. But, I haven't felt overwhelmed or anything. It's just kind of, alright, go to work. This is what I gotta take. Hi, Franchan! So great to see you, especially for today's stream. Stuff. Let's see, how long has it been? I guess we're gonna do like another minute and a half of voting. Yes, Taylor, I am a postal worker. Wait a minute. Wait, what is this? Huh. Weird. Oh, I don't have the live stream up. There we go. Oh, the tip cognac glass. Huh. Oh, whoops. I should delete some of these. Just messing with the OBS right now. Okay, so, yeah, it's pretty much been 5 minutes, or it's 5 past the hour, and the poll hasn't moved. There's no majority. Nothing's gotten higher than 34%, so we're going to do a runoff between the top two vote getters. In the poll. Also, I don't think I've ever done a second poll in one video. Okay, so I ended the poll, and then I do create a poll. Runoff path choice. Hold on. Mikhail II, Chita, or Shushkin. Novosibirsk. All right, asking, and once again, it'll be like a 5-minute poll. So, oh, cool, and it shows how many people there have voted. That's cool. So I hope everybody is doing well. So while you guys do that, I am going to check my tracking on something. Speaking of mail, so a long time, I think I told you guys this, but like in October, how I went on this big spending spree for books, and one of them I ordered from a specific site. I don't want to say what site, but they told me, okay, thank you for ordering. We'll try to get it to you in December. To which I thought, like, are you freaking walking it to us or something? To me or something? Which is a little bit silly. So I wanted to see if that even shipped it. Yes, it has in fact been shipped now that I'm looking here. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, we'll see you in December. See, Brother Zito can't vote. We got Shushkin with that. Can't not vote. Got Shushkin with that music in the background. All Central Siberian unifiers are pretty overpowered. Amazing story. TNO's not really balanced. I think you know that. 19 voted and 17 viewers. Fraud. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, when I did the first poll, basically all my viewers disappeared, so I'm not sure why, but I get the sense that when you vote, it, like, temporarily takes you out of the stream or something? I don't know. And also 19 didn't vote, 30 voted. That's what it said, and I haven't had 30 viewers concurrently. At least that's what it's telling me. So I don't know if people are using alt accounts. I don't know. December, are they based in the Amazon? Yeah, right? YouTube's being weird again. I think it's something in turn. I think it's, I guess whatever site or whatever the site that I ordered from, I guess they don't use the postal service, and I'm not just saying that because I work for the post office, but it's really, really shitty whenever you try to ship something that's not through the post office. Like, for example, last year, there were 2 orders I did. I think one was coming from Japan and one was coming from the Netherlands. But one of them... Oh gosh, which one was it? You know, it doesn't matter, but the point is I was ordering something that they either had to cross the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean to get to me. And it took, like 2 weeks to get into the United States. It, like, ended up at like, a hub in New Jersey. And then took, like, 4 months or something to get to me, within the United States. It's freaking ridiculous. One day you will do yourself, Moe. Maybe. Maybe for the Black League I should do it, maybe I should do it, what do you call it? Like a pre-recorded campaign like I did with, the Burgundy system. Burgund, or didn't stop Burgund. Somebody said, is there a possibility you could ship your own package to your home if you get a package delivered locally? Ah, yes, that was brought up early on. Basically, if, they tell us if you are getting mail, like envelopes, just even if you're delivering it to your own place, just actually physically deliver it while you're on your route. Don't just put it in your pocket. And if there's a package that's supposed to be for you and it's in the station, you can take it and go just like put it in your car, but you need to sign for it. But I don't work at the station that delivers to myself. Maybe I do, who knows? But it hasn't come up. Uh, but like, there's one guy where I work where, yeah, he lives in the area of the station. So yeah, he'll like, I think it's happened like 2 times. He's had a package that was coming through the station. Yeah, he just signed for it because he had to. You just got to document that that's where it went. The postal service is very big on documentation, like constantly scanning items. Like, it doesn't just get scanned when it gets to the station and then scanned when it's dropped off. Like, we even scan it when it goes on the truck, and it's because it's showing accountability every step of the... By the way, I'm just riffing while people vote. It's kind of a close vote, people. If you haven't voted, get in there. So yeah, it's all about accountability. So like, if a package goes missing, it needs to show, you know, hey, like, it came to the, you know, the scanning will show, like, look, it never scanned into our station, we don't have it. Maybe it's still at the airport station. Or it might be, well, we have a scanning saying, you know, we have a scan saying that it came to the station, and it scanned that it got loaded onto the truck, but it never got to you, so we need to talk to the carrier, and things like that. You know, find out, basically figure out who's to blame if something goes wrong. Which is totally understandable. By the way, for those of you who didn't know, there's a thing called informed delivery that you could sign up for with the U.S. Postal Service. I'm signed up for it. It's totally free, and what it just does is it'll send you an email in the morning saying, hey, these are the things that you're supposed to get today. So if there's like a package coming in, you'll get notified about that package, or if there's a special piece of like flat mail that's coming in, for example, stuff like that. Like, for example, the other day I got a I was getting a piece of mail from a government agency. I won't say which one, but like, I got the email that morning saying, hey, this envelope's coming in, so you know. And there's like a little picture of it. Alright, but I think it's been 5 minutes. I think it's actually been a little bit more than 5 minutes. And so we have a winner! Oh, after I was saying it was getting close, it actually, the gap widened. The winner is Novosibirsk with 63% of the runoff vote. Let's see, somebody saying, CHG, have you heard of the TNO dev team live streaming about toolbox theory? No, I have not. So we'll just go ahead and end that poll now. Here we go. So there you go, it's documented. Did I say 37%? I'm going to say 62%. There you go, documented. You see, I like doing these polls in YouTube too. I think this is a really neat feature because it also shows that I'm not fucking around with the vote. Like, I'm actually not able to vote in the polls, by the way. I think when I first tried doing a poll with this new YouTube live stream thing, I tried to vote to see if I can, but it just doesn't let you. So, I actually don't know much about this country and its lore other than people say, plains, man, plains, baby. So, centered in and around the largest city in Siberia, the Federation of Novosibirsk in Altai arose out of the fracturing of the Central Siberian Republic. Under the leadership of the so-called Siberian Falcon, the strongman Alexander Pushkin, it forms one of the largest and most powerful splinter states in the region. One of the primary beneficiaries of Bukharin's Siberian plan, Novosibirsk itself possesses both an enormous population and an equally impressive industrial base, matched in capacity only by the prodigious agricultural lands of Altai. These dual advantages situate the state well, providing a solid economic base from which to grow. Not all is well, however. The young Federation faces threatening neighbors, socialist labor agitation, and many decisions regarding the growing influence of elitist groupings within the government, influence strongly opposed by the unofficial second man within the Federation, Vasily Shukshin, the mayor of Barnaul. Though none can say for certain whether the Federation will weather the million challenges ahead, all agree that should it correctly leverage the significant advantages granted by both position and history, it could serve as the nucleus of a powerful and ever-expanding nation. Okay. Yes, I have the West Russian War mod. Okay, I've actually permanently incorporated it into my playset and launcher where I have the New Order. So it's always going to be there. I tried to watch the TNO dev stream, but constant use of bass and cringe made my brain melt. Yeah, you know, and I'm sure that that streamer doesn't suffer from brain rot. I haven't seen the stream, by the way, but he's probably saying it because, you know, that's what it takes to keep the, you know, you gotta dangle candy in front of these little babies in this community. Not that you guys are like that. I've purged it. So I've purged my own community, so there's a little less of that. You guys are the elite. So let's just jump into it, shall we? Actually, hold on a second. I wanted to check something here. Russian Unification Moe Order. I wanted to check my own video. So here's like a little fun fact about YouTube videos that you all maybe did not know. Yep. Oh, okay. Here's why I'm actually really glad, because I didn't care which of the four won, but now I'm actually really interested in playing this, and I'm going to explain why. Let's just close this for a second. So this is the you know, this is the video. It's it. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Pause that. Go to the transition screen. So, you know, this is the video that we're celebrating hitting 100,000 subscribers, which is nice. So, like, here is a fun fact about YouTube video. Oh, shoot, I don't have it up. Here's a fun fact about YouTube videos that people may not know. In the YouTube studio, the thing that the video creators get access to, there's a lot of analytics on videos. So, for example, it won't just say, this is how many people watched your video. It'll do things like say, okay, this is how many people hit the subscribe button while watching this video. So, you know, if you put out a video and then 100 more people subscribe, then you go, oh, okay, people like that. So another one of the things that they show is you can see these lines. God, YouTube's just been randomly disconnecting a lot for me. I don't know if you guys are even hearing me right now. But like for me, it shows that I'm disconnected. I'm trying to reconnect. Okay, I'm back. All right, great. So yeah, it's usually what I was talking about is how the YouTube Studio has this thing where it'll show you like the peaks and valleys of how many people are watching. This is actually really funny that it stopped on this particular video thing, but there, yeah, it'll show a video. It'll show you like how many people, like the peaks and valleys of parts of the video that people watch most. So usually that's pointless because I'm making videos that are like chronological, so you'll just see like a peak at the top and then it slowly drops down because, you know, people aren't finishing the video, but then they keep finishing the video, so there's just like a gentle slope. Nothing of importance. But this video is full of timestamps, so you can go to, you know, specific areas that you want to, you know, watch their thing. So it's like, oh, I want to watch, like here, this is one of my favorite musics, the Bukarina Komi one. I like this music. You know, I want to look at this, I want to read this, I want to look at the pictures, whatever. And because of that, instead of like a gentle, like watch my cursor, instead of like a gentle slope downward, this video is like spiky all over the place. And the biggest spike, showing the most people watch it, is actually this one. That's why I thought said it was funny. This is the most popular section of the video. More people watch the Serov part than anything. Don't know why. I don't know if it's because Ordo Socialism is popular. I don't know if people just like their little Nazi loli. Excuse me, Ordo Socialist loli with the creamy thighs. But the lowest, like this is the most popular, by a pretty damn wide margin, actually. But then the one that was the lowest, I remember I was talking to one of the devs about this, was Shushkshin. This is like only half the people who watch this video. The music's also pretty cool for the Seraph one. I remember when I did my Seraph campaign, I did like a lot of cyberpunk music, which I thought was cool. But this one, only like half the people who watch this video watch the Shushkin victory screen. And I remember I brought it up to one of the devs, and she basically said, I think it's just because Shushkin is sort of seen as like too neutral of a character, or like some people don't really know who Shushkin is, so they don't go searching for that person, you know, as opposed to, you know, like the humanists, you know, you got Shostakovich, or you know, Stalina's over here because you want to do the Stalin thing, and just things like that. So this is really interesting now because to celebrate this video hitting 100,000 subscribers, we will be checking out the least popular Unification. So we're going to probably all learn something about it. Should be fun. All right, how about we actually play this video game, shall we? Okay. Set some music. So yeah, it's like even the flag is so plain. So first things first, because I don't know anything about this nation. Let's read the. Oops! No. Oh goodness. Wait, where do I go to look at the intro menu? Oh shoot! Do I have to like? I guess we'll just have to go back to the menu or something. And then go back in. I don't know what's going on. I thought it was like Equestria at War where you could just click the question mark in the corner and it would show you the opening thing again. Guess not. I don't know what this song is, but it's kind of catchy. Actually, because of the Falcon thing, remind me to, if I get a super chat, and so then I won't care about demonetization, remind me to play a Falcon-related song. Oh, yeah. Let's move this. Thank you very much, Porky. Gotta move that face cam. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Very nice. Come on. Fantastic. So, Federation of Novosibirsk and Altai. Altai being, like the state, I guess. Watch Streets is one of my favorite songs. Unifiers, the song's called Sibriad. Okay. Question mark near Air Force. Oh, it was this one. Oh, well, the more I know. That's a big building, man. Now then. From the ashes... Let me get some water. Now that we're almost 25 minutes into the stream, how about I start reading? From the ashes of the Central Siberian Republic and Bukharin's industrial brainchild within it, the Siberian plan arises the Federation. When anarchists... Okay, this is us right here. When anarchists, socialists, and eventually insane... Or yeah, I guess let's see, yeah. It's like anarchists, socialists, and eventually insane medievalists shattered the Republic. And the effete idealists in government proved unable to respond effectively. Fighter ace and the Republic's former Marshal of Aviation, Alexander Pokrishkin, the Siberian Falcon, took matters into her own hands. Declaring independence from the central government, she proclaimed herself president of the lands in and around Siberia's industrial capital of Novosibirsk, with Altai, which had also declared independence, joining soon after. From that city, Pushkin has, in the years subsequent, established a strong foundation for her nation state. Though her regime is fairly authoritarian, and his administration is dominated by the Silovki, politicians originating from the military and security services, it has provided security from the many hostile forces within the volatile region for the enormous population it encompasses. The security has enabled rapid economic expansion, which has in turn led to the rise of the national conglomerates, enormous business firms that are increasingly demonstrating their influence over the young state. Many welcome this change, eager for the wealth promised, but others decry the increasingly authoritarian centralization promoted by the firm's Siloviki partisans. None decry it more so than Vasily Shukshin, whose path we're going to be taking. I'm probably going to be saving frequently early on because I don't want to accidentally take a decision that ends up locking me out of Shushkin because I don't know how to actually get him. Anyway, he is, or she is, the mayor of Barnaul and the second most important woman in the Federation after only Pokrishkin herself. Extremely popular with the common people, she promises to be a thorn in the side of any attempt to further restrict freedoms in the pursuit of the industrialist or Siloviki agendas. And besides such internal challenges, many external ones exist as well. Novosibirsk is a prize that all within Siberia would and will kill to acquire. If the Federation is to survive the coming storm, its leadership must leverage the advantages of location, industry, and population with which it has been blessed, or risk becoming little more than a province within another nation. So, features of the nation: manage industrial conglomerations and their influence, expand the economic and political base, develop experimental yet powerful military machines. Cool. Okay. Alright. We've got 2 research paths. Let's look at the decisions. Reunification of Russia, that's always there. Raiding and looting, that's always there. Legacy of the Siberian Plan, the OP shit is there. Oh, I forget to get the vanilla UI. Whatever, I guess I'll just do this. It's been a long time. Been a long day living with this. Been a long time since I felt so sick. Took a long walk straight back home. Gonna walk back to Chicago. Alright, we're the land of the strong. Let's get some quick political power. Alright, I think they want me to click here. What do we got here? Selected state. The Phoenix. Information here. The Phoenix Corporation. So I guess these are all, well, corporations. That we can control, is one of the 3 main economic forces within the Federation and has long ties with Alexander Porushkin. As the principal arms manufacturer and distributor within the Federation, Phoenix is both the driving force behind and the beating heart of the Federation's sizable army. The corporation was founded by prospective Siloviki soon after the collapse of the Soviet Union, with their close relationship with Pokrishkin and their invaluable service as the provider for our armed forces. Phoenix Corporation is a natural friend of the government. Division organization is 6%. Yeah, so this is basically, looks like it's giving buffs to it, but we could we can, I guess, spend political power to increase or decrease their power and loyalty. Why would we ever want to decrease the loyalty? It's 2:30 a.m. in Region Lorraine in the France Métropolitaine. Do the French call their own country the Metropole? I thought that was just something that like colonies and former colonies used to refer to mainland France. Hello there, Kipsu and Igor Svirkov. So it's 2:30 a.m. in France. It must be early enough in the morning in Russia that it's basically just morning, not night. So then we've got Sibir, associated with the mayoral of Barnaul. So I guess this is who we want. The Sibir Corporation was founded by the landowning bourgeoisie Following the Soviet Union's collapse, they represent and hold the... Remind me to show you a bourgeoisie video here in a sec. After I'm done reading this, they represent and hold the principal shares of agriculture production within the Federation, and indeed perhaps the entire Central Siberian region. Not only producing agricultural products, but also the agricultural equipment, and surprisingly enough, act as the backbone for much of the Federation's financial institutions. Sibir is certainly the heart of the Federation's civilian industry. These facts, tied with Sibir's close association with civilian politicians within the Silovik-dominated government and tacit support for Vasily Shukshin, make it an incredibly important organ of the Federation's economies. This helps with industry stuff. Let's see here. Oh yeah. So let me show you a funny bourgeois related thing, like the word bourgeois that I saw just today. So I think that's funny that came up in the video. Let me just find it. Say whoop. How to pronounce bourgeoisie. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys will find this funny. This is done by this guy, Luke Correa. Him and another guy called Gianni Matragrano. I guess they're like voice actors, or they should be voice actors. They just read funny things they find on the internet, and you know, we'll edit it a little bit too. But I think they do pretty good stuff. Okay, here we go.
How do you pronounce that? Pronounce what? Bourgeoisie? Oh. With hatred. How do you pronounce that? Pronounce what? Bourgeoisie? Oh. With hatred.
Yeah, so that's pretty funny. Of course, we are definitely not going commie today. Fuck that! We're going conservative democracy, the most extreme of all ideologies. Oh, so you know what? I'm actually gonna show you one other thing this guy did, which like is what initially turned me on to him. It's fucking incredible. We'll do this and we'll get back to the game.
Tell me the name of God.
Yeah, so somebody's holding a gun to a mushroom.
Tell me the name of God, you fungal piece of shit! Can you feel your heart burning? Can you feel the struggle within? The fear within me is beyond anything your soul can make. You cannot kill me in a way that matters. I'm not fucking scared of you!
Oh man, that's great stuff. Oh, speaking of great stuff, just classic example of how YouTube doesn't know what the fuck to do with me anymore because of all the tags I put in my videos and the weird shit I pull up or like I search for you guys. Like what the hell are these recommendations? Okay, Calliope Mori is here in the corner. Actually, I didn't know she had a new song out. I'll have to check that out. But then there's like a skull here, and I don't know what the hell this thing is, and like a sorta coolie hat, Bohemian Rhapsody. There's I don't know what any of these things are except for this Stellar from Susue. 2 million views. I think like 200,000 of them are me. Yeah, it's just a fucking mess. All right, but let's get back to the game, shall we? All right. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Where was I? Hold on. All right. Where were we? right, so yeah, we next we're gonna look at Titan. If Phoenix is the Federation's muscle and Sabir its beating heart, Titan is the Federation's brain. Their motto, simple and precise as the corporation's mission itself, is progress, and this is what Titan does best. Geared, pun intended, towards the furthering of the Federation's technological fronts, Titan has long been the frontrunner in the Federation's race towards mechanization, the furthering of all technology. Titan once directly competed with the modernists in talks. This one's kind of thinking. Research speed is down. Academic base monthly change is down. Research facilities monthly change is down. Well, that sucks. And then finally we have the people. The Federation does not solely comprise of corporations and the resources that they produce. The Federation, and by extension her economy, are fueled by the people. The civilians that live under our administration. Excuse me. These people, from the lowliest rural peasant to the highest administrator within our government, have at least a nominal say in how we run things. It is important for us to be well aware of the status of our people, how loyal they are to our regime, how popular our administration is, and how influential they are within our borders. So poverty monthly change is worked in a positive way. That's good. Like poverty, whatever you can improve your poverty rate, those are huge bonuses. I think that's some of the best stuff you can get. Then there's daily political power game. Oh, that's why you brought up Mao. So, seeing Mao and thinking of a video recommendation. So, like, what is this? Oh, what's this? Takeover, 10-day cooldown, increased economic pressure. Once our takeover progress over a region reaches 100%, we can diplomatically annex the target. Only neighbors can be influenced. Far East warlords can be influenced after 1969. All Russian warlords can be influenced after 1971. Excuse me. Interesting. So I could just peacefully annex stuff? Well, I think things probably happen too fast in Central Siberia for us to realistically pull that off, but it would be funny if we just buy our way after we're done in the middle. Buy our way out. Cost of monetary reserve. Where do we check the monetary reserve? Oh, here we go. More information. Our primary goal is to successfully take over all nearby states in Central Siberia, then all of Russia itself. To do this, we must complete missions for warlords by paying them in various forms. This is done by pressing on a state in the above map, GUI. In order to speed up this process as much as possible, we should attempt to become ideologically aligned. The closer we are to a warlord ideologically, the faster our takeover progress will go, and the more ideologically distant, the slower. We may view our current ideological standpoint by pressing the red button below this one. To influence our current ideological standpoint, we may take focuses or empower certain megacorps. The stronger the megacorps, the more we will lean toward their ideology. We may view our current ideology drift in the button below this one menu and hovering over the dot or whatever. Megacorps are not just helpful to drift our ideology, but the more powerful a megacorps is, the easier it will be to assimilate warlords of that megacorps ideology. However, should megacorps loyalty fall under 50, this will turn into a malus and not a bonus. To learn about each megacorps and their ideology, click the I under each of their names. Okay. So if we look here, so the power of each megacorps will heavily influence a strong stance. Strong Phoenix makes us more Unitarian. Strong Sabir makes us more federal. Strong Titan makes us more corporist. And Populist makes us collectivist. So I guess we want to lean federal, and then the corporate collective thing I guess doesn't really matter, but definitely leaning federal. So we could, because this is, excuse me, they're loyal to the mayor of Barnial, who we're trying to switch to. Excuse me. So I guess Sabir is the one who we're gonna want to push. Neat little map. Is there anybody who we like are kind of ideologically close to already? I think we might just want to do something with Tomsk as best we can. Yeah, you know, just work on them because it's geographically a large area, and if we could take it and then core it all, we'll be pretty safe going against the rest. Okay. So let's start grabbing stuff here. I said gotta get used to the UI. Oh, that's already researched. Free civilian factories. Let's get some of that going. Got some free military factories, infantry, support equipment, anti-tank. We're supposed to be into planes, right? So let's get that. Do we need artillery? Yes, we do. We're not building any. So get rid of that. Let's get artillery. All right. We only have 5 divisions right now. That's real bad. Okay, I got here 45 days. Let's do that. Insufficient resources. We need a little bit of tungsten. I can't get any more. No divisions in basic training. Well, we need bodies, at least. 16, huh? Wouldn't have thought. Here you go, Alexander Novikov. Shushkin. Mr. Kozen. Okay, so yeah, that has to be a female, or field marshal. Female. She is our female field marshal. You know. War hero, good tech. Okay. Let's get a nice bright yellow. Easy to see on the map. Woo! Okay, hold on a second. Excuse me. I need to get a little. We're 43 minutes in. I want to try to stream for an hour and a half. See, let me get a little hot sauce. I'll get my heart rate up. So just be a moment. Okay, gonna have some, way to get there. We're gonna have some hot sauce here that I kind of spiked to make it a little hotter. Woo! Woo! Okay. I think that's the right amount. Ooh, it's tingling. I'm not choking. Woo! Alright. That tingle will keep me going. Alright. Excuse me. Yeah, actually I think that was the right amount of hot sauce. Okay. Let's jump into it. We need political power, people. Where's all of our guns? It's gonna take us over 5,600 days to get the guns we need. We're making like a gun every it takes we make like 2 guns a day, not even that. Freaking handcrafted stuff. What is this freaking Cultural Revolution or like Great Leap Forward China? Like they're making it in their backyards and their iron forges. Let's see. We got here plains, forest, plains, forest. Yeah. All right, the beginning. The Ides of January. Alexander Midokhin shoved his hands into the pockets of his jacket as he walked down the streets of Novosibirsk. His hands shook as he approached the warehouse. He glanced back down the way he came, half expecting to see corporate goons following him. Up ahead, he could see a red ribbon wrapped around the light pole, the agreed-upon signal that the meeting was on. The Red Ribbon Army from Dragon Ball? Alexander was taking the biggest risk of his life going to this meeting, but he was desperate. The factory he worked at had been bought out by the Sibir Corporation, and the new regulations they imposed had left him practically penniless. Penniless. He could only just afford his room at the flop house and went without food on most nights. He knocked at the door in the appropriate pattern and waited. Or do the clave, the. And then they start, you start dancing salsa in there. Where was I? So secret thing. The door opened and he was dragged inside in the dim light of a candle. You could see a group of 5 men and women gathered around what looked like the floor plan of a factory. The woman who dragged him through the door looked him up and down before gesturing him toward the table. "Welcome, comrade. Tell me, why are you here?" she demanded. To fight for the people of Novosibirsk and to end the tyranny of the Silovik regime. I'll talk about Sauce Kipsu in a minute. He responded. He had read the pamphlets and attended a couple of secret meetings before this, though none as important as this one. The woman looked satisfied by his response, if not particularly enthused. The woman looked back over the floor plan before she spoke again. "Welcome, Comrade Sidney. We must prepare for your first assignment. The pigs at the Sibir Corporation have opened a new manufacturing plant for the production of top-of-the-line small arms. I'm turning Irish. It'll be our job to relieve the plant," announced Scottish. "To relieve the plant of its new manufacturing specs and to cause as much damage as the plant as we can." Alexander, or Comrade Sidney as he was now known, felt his throat tighten as a submachine gun was pressed into his hands. Any second thoughts were quickly silenced by the fire he saw in the woman's eyes. This is for the people. It would all be worth it in the end. The revolution finds its roots in the young. Okay, so a couple of questions. First, somebody was asking, who is this lady? Well, if you ever want to know who is the character in the Moe Order, Russian reunification stuff, you could actually go to the Russian reunification Moe Order super event video, and then if you go down into the have pinned a list that timestamps all the characters that you could reference. Like I said, a lot went into organizing that. So this character is from something called Strike Witches. She is Alexandra the First from Strike Witches. So let's look that up. Strike witches Alexandra. Yeah, so I just popped in the name, and there we go. We got a couple of images. They seem to mostly be group shots. I don't know, like Sanya I Litvia. I'm trying to see if there's like a good. Okay, I think we're back. God, I don't know what the hell that is about. So we're back. So the whole, you know, militant revolution thing, and accents. So I've recently been watching this videos from this woman, who she just talks about the classics, and so one I've been watching over and over is one where she talks about like a couple of book recommendation lists. So because of that, YouTube has started to put into my recommendeds, not this channel, my personal channel. It'll start to put in my recommendeds like, oh, are you interested in people talking about book lists? Here's video of it. So, you know, it'll be people saying, you know, books to read if you want to get into to get into classics, books to read to get into Gothic literature or whatever. Like I'm just getting tons and tons of videos like that recommended to me. And then I see one that said, and so like, you know, I'll watch some of them, and then I saw one that said, books to read to learn about Marxism. And I thought, well, that's interesting, because that's an enormous category these days. So what does that mean? Besides like the Communist Manifesto, because surely they're not saying, okay, you must read Das Kapital, all 3 volumes, and then you must find the manuscript that Marx didn't finish before he died. And then you can possibly dream of being a Marxist, comrade. So I click on the video, and the guy has this sort of upper, I don't know what you'd call this area, like not quite Great Lakes, but I think I guess it's like an upper Midwest rural accent, which I associate with people being very nice and stuff, you know, like, sorry, like turn the music, it's just blaring in my ear. Alexandra and Porshikin and Alexander Porshikin, truly a coincidence. Alexandra and Alexandra, yes, surely. Yeah, so the accent, like when I think of this like upper Midwest, a little bit of Canadian in their accent, it's kind of like, oh, hey there, dearie, I hope you're doing okay. How's your family? And you know, that actually making it Irish. It's like, how's your family doing, you know, I hope everything's okay. I'm going to go see my cousins up in Wisconsin soon, and then we're going to go check the Pack Go. That's what I always say. We're just a bunch of cheeseheads. And then, so this guy is talking in that accent, but he's talking about Marxism. And so he's going, you know, these are the ones that you need to read about. I really found that this is interesting for learning about the economy, but, you know, there's no real rules to, you know, becoming a part of the militancy. And, you know, it's like, you know, we're gonna seize the means of production and shoot these capitalist swine, you know. It was just like this disconnect thing going on. It's very funny. Where was I? We can start scavenging for loot. Good. Alright. Are you sure those are Americans or Canadians masquerading as Americans? Yeah. No, that's how they talk. Like, I'm sure I could pull up, like, Minnesota accent or something. Minnesota. And you guys could hear what I'm talking about. But you know, the Minnesota accent is a little more you know, not quite there, not that hard. This guy wasn't doing it, but okay, like here, I'm clicking on a video that's just called Minnesota
accents.
Minnesota accent.
Mountain, fountain, Layton, so. But in Minnesota, for a lot of them, a lot of it is the long O, so Minnesota and oh my, and also a lot of them, depending how. If they're native to the state of Minnesota, any word ending with AG, such as bag or tag, will have a long A attached to it. So it's bag and tag.
Yeah, so a little bit like that. Okay, modern Bogiater, that always is there. quiet flows the ob. Ah, this is the character we're gonna be playing. Vasily Shushkin used to, yeah, but like that. It's like, we're gonna start the revolution. And to do that, you first have to read, not just the Communist Manifesto, but I really encouraged reading of Marx's history of the uprising of the Paris Commune when the reactionary pigs in Paris were defeated. It was just very, very funny. Just the contrast. It's like when I found this guy who had this really deep South accent, which in America is usually used to indicate somebody who's like being simple, but he was talking about Neon Genesis Evangelion. So it's like, so Shinji's having, I'll tell you what, so Shinji was having this sort of a vision of a possible partnership he could have had with, with his boyfriend, and they were in the woods. They were in the woods, and it was beautiful, man. Like, goddamn, have you seen the cinematography in this? Like, it really shows that Hideaki Anno was a genius, and there's a lot of symbolism in here. Except, saying smart stuff. I couldn't think of smart stuff off the top of my head. So, Shushkin! Vasily Shushkin! Used to love sitting by the river Ob, back when he had first accepted mayorship of Bard. All that stuff would have been better if I was good at accents. Back when he had first accepted mayorship of Barnaul in the infancy of Porkishkin's a Deep South anime review guy. There is one! I found him on YouTube. I don't remember his name, but he reviewed all the Evangelion rebuilds. It was pretty good. I was trying to smash a table and I yeeted my goddamn moths. Yeah. It was a beautiful time of unfettered idealism and shaky hope in a murky future. And in between debates and briefings, Ob's glimmering waters were always waiting for her. She would find a perch on the rocks, gazing... actually, where's this? Yeah, so this is this city, Barnaul here. This is where we are. Gazing out the gently rippling waters and listening to the distant cries of birds over the murmur of the river. Idle thoughts would drift lazily through her head, or on some days she would scribble away at some unborn writing project, or simply lay upon the shore in a half-asleep stupor dreaming of things to come. Now, however, things were changing. The waters were getting filthier by the day as more businesses moved into town, raising factories and more along Ob's Bay. Although the Federation and Shushkin's own values lay based upon freedom, he could not help but feel perhaps it was leniency that had allowed these industrialists to lay claim to her home. In several meetings, Shushkin had brought up her misgivings with the direction of the town's development, only to find many of her trusted aides in the pocket of the very same hounds preying upon Barnaul's newfound prosperity. Thus she went out to the river once again to think. Shushkin felt conflicted with the idea of pushing the pocketed officials out, as each had gotten there through their own through their own merit. Part of her felt it was vanity, the idea of holding something as trivial as the beauty of the nostalgic river over her own values. In the fields just beyond the river, however, she saw men breaking their backs for a day's wages dropped like crumbs by richer men. Was this corruption in of itself a greater tyranny? Still, she would have to tackle this problem some other way. But how, when it felt only she could see Russia's pain? Turn the music down. Okay. Bro, if they come up, just click stop reading them, yo. You kidding me, Beverly? First off, I've never seen you in this chat before. But secondly, this is the Moe Order. It's a visual novel. If I'm not reading it, what else am I doing? Are you the kind of person who's like, I don't want to see the reading though? It's like, are you a freaking person who's like, you do the rare candy glitch when you play Pokemon and don't grind it out, and then you're not even playing a game anymore? Okay. Business of state, internal situation. I think we're gonna have to do all these anyway. So the question is, where do I quickly get political power? Here, security agencies. Anything over here? We could start training elite troops. Consumer goods, urgent lands, business of state, Rising Phoenix, say Beating and Bear. Okay, yeah, this is obviously where we go there. Okay, so I think we want to get the security agencies sooner rather than later, you know. Once the internal situation has been dealt with, we must hope that the regime will be strengthened enough to turn our attention on to our enemies that threaten the region. So, what I think we're going to do for funsies is we are going to try to take over Tomsk. I don't know, it might be silly. Let's do our first save file. Come on. So, we call this Tomsk. Payment plan starts. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, so let's start trying to work on them, increase the political pressure. Oh, geez, wow, we could do this really fast, I think. Increase economic pressure, but I don't know where my money reserves are. Evening Tides, this is some Portuguese stuff, long form title, found cumbersome. People were comrades. There were people who were shell-shocked. Long time no see. We were in the academy before at the flight school. Can I trade you to enlighten me? No need. Still got your head in the clouds. So I meet somebody who says that we were in the flight school academy together. But I don't recognize them. Curious fellow. Wonder what that's about. We're not gonna use that. It's pretty much useless. Not gonna do that either. Securing control is good though. You know, you kind of should have invaded Tom so they don't get thick templates. What? Well, I haven't had the chance yet either. Either way, what? Kipsu is normal today. Alright, well, how's everybody doing out there? Up in the sky. Brushkin, sounds of explosion, shrieking of metal, Germans blaring. Always an A gun, always a Cossack raising party. You didn't want to be a leader. Siberian Falcon would defend the people of Novosibirsk past one day out of Russia. You know what? Yeah. Okay. This might demonetize me. But I guess it just is going to show that this is how much I care about you guys. Behold the Peregrine Falcon song! For while we play the Falcon. This is a Yugoslavian partisan song. It's pretty cool. We can charge her as Tom Scan. No. Oh, alright. Hydric's been named the successor. Wow. Shock and outrage. Riots have erupted across Germany in response. Quarter of the votes are against, quarter abstained. Let's see, implement worker concessions. Which one's that? Oh, here. Decreases malcontent. No. Siberia plan needs to wait. Silent warfare. Gotta tip rifles for unification in direction of interests. Yeah, it's just basically saying we can try to do this peacefully. We'll try. Yeah, this song's great. Like just musically, if nothing else. Never seen Heydrich nominated before. I don't think I have either. But yeah, straight up riots in Germany over it. Let's see, workers and socialists are getting agitated. Brain surges are getting worse. Hero of the people. Hope you're well rested. Portugal will be attending the demonstration of some kind of new fighter plane. It will be your duty to kill the bastard. City was in shock. The magnitude of this mission eclipsed Diddy he had embarked in before. Culminations of years of planning. Pride goeth before the fall. So this was the person who joined the factory and got that submachine gun put in his hand. I guess he's a leader now. Entire Federation supply convoys had been hijacked and diverted. In one particularly memorable mission, he had destroyed an entire Titan manufacturing plant with little more than a pipe bomb and a well-placed bottle of American soda. That is a fun fact. Tyler. Oops. Hold on a sec. National focus. Okay, so let's, new schools, or what do we want to do here? Any of these would be good. Do agriculture, though. We can also prepare a raid against the Black League, which, I'm not sure how well that's going to go for me, because I don't have equipment, but, I guess we'll find out here in a minute. Okay. Yeah, maybe. There's a mod click sub mod. Are you talking about for the New Order? I don't think mod click is in the New Order though. But I also played mod click this year, I think. People really weren't into it. Dang it, I'm trying to make this work. I guess to keep saying, you know, the cooldown hasn't happened. I wasn't paying attention to when it started. There we go. Okay, so now in 10 days, we go. So March 10th, basically. Got like no command power going on. Alright, good. Next up, I'm not sure. Champions of Industry. Grain helps with supply consumption. Oh, we got 25 political power waiting for us down here. Okay, so maybe we should do that. Meeting with Shushkin. There has become a need to discuss the issues that are key to the lives of the people of Barnaul and the future strength of the Federation as a whole. Barnaul is rich in agriculture, food that is desperately needed in the overpopulated cities throughout the Federation. An agreement must be made between the two parties, otherwise both their prospects will be bleaker. We must hope that Pakrishan finds a beneficial settlement for the mayor for the betterment of both our people. God. Sorry guys, I'm like suddenly fading. So I've been up since about 4 a.m. and I had a whole full day at work. The hot sauce tingling's gone. The Mucklix, someone TNO, the government is meant to be led by a former member of the Kuomintang in exile, and you try to reform a neo-nationalist China rope state. Interesting. So I'm just standing up now. So, alright, let's start doing that. Stretch a little. Okay. Cannot be getting sleepy this early. I want to go for an hour and a half, and also I haven't done my readings for the day. Personal reading. I've been juggling 3 things. Okay. Weekly business. Seva scanned the plaza. Market. Oh shoot, I forgot to increase the political pressure. Oh wait, no, that's not the right one anyway. Hold on. Increase the political pressure. Military presence is an issue, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Excuse me. You should always stand up and stretch every 2 hours to avoid plotting. Oh no! Like I move around at work plenty, and then at home too. But yeah. Big Brown, only 4 hours of sleep between jobs. Yeah, dang, that's a shame. And then also the daylight savings thing happened here in the United States. And freaking the morning of, okay, so this is the time of the year where you fall back. Like you're supposed to get an extra hour. So the whole idea is that, oh, people are gonna get more sleep. But Sunday morning when I was going to work, I almost got hit twice on the highway. Freaking, yeah, excuse me for that little belch there. And I was like, aren't you people supposed to be more awake? But like, it was like they were like jerking into the other lane. So I'm wondering if they just like totally screwed up. Like, I'm willing to bet that there were people who like adjusted their clocks the night before, but then like it auto changed or something. And I don't know, some sort of fuck up happened and they were late for work. So they were just driving like maniacs. But now freaking the sun's going down at like 5 o'clock. And that doesn't, like, I used to work graveyards, but I haven't in a long time, and so like I've become really I get up a little bit before the sun, and then when the sun goes down, it's like my body starts going, oh, it's dark, time to go to sleep. And before it was going, like, you know, just recently it was going to bed, like, you know, sun's not going down until like past 8. And now it's like 5 o'clock and it's going down. Anyway. Tomsk. Do I stream on weekends? Not really anymore, even though I don't have a Monday to Friday or a job. It's like more random than that, but I like to keep my Friday nights, Saturday nights clear for myself, if nothing else. So yeah, we're scanning the plaza marketplace in a rural community not too far from Novosibirsk. Only a few peasants set up their stalls this early in the morning. Terrible security hazard for the president of the Federation to be in public for something as mundane as a meeting. Yet Seva also knew that in Novosibirsk, a little display of trust often went a long way. The soldier looked toward the reinforced limo behind him. His boss was no doubt thinking about the meeting ahead, or thinking about the other meetings of the day, or not thinking at all, daydreaming about whatever it was that the Siberian Falcon occupied his mind with. Seva knew he couldn't keep up with his boss. That was why the boss was, well, the boss. Another dark limousine. A lone man came out around the car, hands empty. Seva stepped forward, his hands away from his own weapon. Mr. Chernyshevsky? He asked. The man shook his head, opened the door to reveal his own boss, a short, stocky type. Seva recognized the man, a former military, or I guess it's supposed to be, should I say woman, a former military intelligence analyst. Behind Seva, the door opened. President Pokrishkin emerged from her vehicle. Any tension from the meeting evaporated as the bodyguard stepped aside and the two powerful women shook hands and exchanged formalities. Seva soon found herself holding a crate of documents. A crate of documents? Saturday's your birthday? Ah, okay. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet that I'm not going to stream this Saturday. Or if I did, it would be in the evening. But I hope you have a good birthday. Oh gosh, Jamie. Freaking Jamie. What is in it? Portuguese often gave money or financial insider news in such courtesy calls. Conversation over. It seems the old man, Pastor Nick, is on the move again. War boss? No, not war, but perhaps the end of peace. Russia is waking up, keeping an ear to the ground. Next Monday is the day of the Bastille. What? The hell are you talking about? Bastille Day was months ago. Let's see here. There's cat girls, we got dog girls and other common ones, but where are some exolut girls? Oh, there's gonna be a movie coming out called Day of the Bastille? I haven't heard of that. No, I'm not seeing it here. But I was gonna look up, yeah, okay, let's see. Axotl girl. I'm sure there's somebody who's done it. Let's just do a quick search. Oh yeah, they exist. There's one right there. For people who like their Mexican lizards. Here's another one. Right there, yeah, as you can see, there's some, it's out there. It exists. Never underestimate the internet. Oh gosh, there is an extremely inappropriate picture that showed up in my, my search results, let's say. Okay. Oh, here's like a group of them. Yeah, see, look at that. I'm not showing the extremely inappropriate ones, though. Yeah, this is a whole subgenre, people. Come on. Get with it. You gotta go deeper. Gotta go deeper with your fetishes. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and initiate this raid. Here we go. Hopefully we're gonna catch them with their pants down. They're on the border. Let's see, tribute paid. Bitch. Oh shoot, yeah, it's gotta do the 24th. Yeah, I'm really being so bad about trying to get Tomsk on my side. Oh, looks like the war here has started. Can't prepare raids against anybody else. Can't scavenge for loot right now. Not a whole lot to do, really. Focus on research, nah. There we go, it's the 24th, so now exert political pressure, yes, nice. Of course I used up that command power on the force attack for no, I really shouldn't have done that actually, that was dumb. Yeah, we just gotta eat Tomsk and then we're on easy mode. The meeting in Barnaul, so here we are, future leader. Sorry I don't have much time for pleasantries, but we really must get down to business. Alexander was blunt as usual. She had sauntered into Shishkin's mayoral office in Barnaul. The president was there in person to negotiate for further grain imports to the city in light of the growing threat of famine in the capital. Of course, Madam President, Shukshin nodded, gesturing towards a seat across from her desk, which Pokrishkin quickly filled. Pokrishkin. People are dying, Mayor. The siege is stopping soon. Right. How much grain do you need? How much can you give me? Not enough to end any famines, but enough to last you until we have a more stable supply, certainly. It's really not entirely my grain. Several businesses have moved into the region and bought up the farms, which makes securing food for the state and moving it considerably harder. It's important, Vasily. Oh, Christ, I'll see what I could do, replied Shukshin, picking up the phone and sliding open a drawer full of various scrap paper scribbled with phone numbers. This may take a bit. I'll get back to you with some numbers soon enough. Okay. Renewed contract. Whatever. Security question. We gotta make changes to secure law and order. Changes! The ranks the stage. Changes. There's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace them. BHM and eat chocolate panettone. Have you ate one before? Is that like a brand? Let me look it up. Panettone. No, Italian sweetbread. No, I wouldn't even know where to get that. Italian holiday bread. Well, that's nice. May I interest you in a drink, Mr. or Mrs. Shushkin? They sat in the living room of the president's house. From the walls surrounding the clanging and chattering of daily vagaries, while the fireplace before them crackled, radiating heat and light. You look like you could use one. Indeed, you say, Shushkin said. My throat is parched. She laughed. The farmers expect an orator, and I'm afraid I don't have the voice for it. It's tough being a mayor. She met Pokrishkin eyes. Jeez, that's like when I was reading Anna Karenina. I wrote down her full name on the bookmark I was using to try to get to where I could successfully pronounce her full name, which is like... Actually, I have the bookmark right here. Hold on a second. Whoop. Yeah, Anna Karenina's full name is, it's, Anna Arkadyevna Karenina. Yeah, Arkadyevna. Arkadyevna Karenina. Just really rolls off the tongue. I like it. But these ones is a little trickier. Shukshin and Pokrishkin. Pokrishkin. Have Wales win over here. Well, the war ain't starting just yet. Okay, so where were I? Farmers expect an orator to the Federation. Good strong vodka. It's hard finding a good distillery this far east. Is it grain? Deeds, not words. Shukshin is how we will hold this Federation together. One more drink. This increases our leanings towards federalism by a small amount. Have Cornwall win. There we go. By the way, my reread, or I'm gonna stop calling it a reread. It's really my first time reading it because I've not read it before, but of War and Peace is clipping along nicely, although I haven't read any today. I'm going to do that after the stream, but I think I need to lie down for a little bit. Is going well. I've passed the Battle of Austerlitz, which was pretty cool. So, operative recruit. Politically connected operative. That's weird. We're not there yet? Fuck. Shukshin, shuck my shin. Okay. Oh, I don't know if anybody's noticed. We have 0 manpower. In case you hadn't realized it. Alright, here we go. Getting close. I think, what, maybe 3 more times, you think? Chukshin and Pokrishkin. Let's get to the Ides of April. Assassination attempt on Edward VIII, who nobody gives a crap about. Freaking loser. We have 0 human resources. It's called playing TNO. Yeah. A day on the kit farm. Is the cargo ready? Petting one of the foxes, tails wagging. We keep our research funded. I wonder where these foxes will end up. They'll likely get sold off to Marcus and Brittany. From there, if my theories prove correct, they'll become the latest trend in exotic pets. The sort of human who buy pets off the black market generally aren't the most humane sort. The two continued working in silence between the courier's return trips until the truck was fully loaded. How much for that fox in the window? Aw. It's nowhere near Chernyshevsky or Pobedonostev. See, Russian is some of these names. I like the diminutive names that happen in Russian, like the way people give pet names, how they morph it. It's an actual experiment where they tried to domesticate foxes like we domesticated dogs. Is that a fox girl in the window? I'm sure if I typed in fox girl, there'd just be millions of hits on the internet. Might be able to do kind of 2 back-to-back if we get this command power frickin' up. Alright. Watchful enforcers. I'm sure if I typed in fox, fox girl, probably Fubuki would pop up most. No, actually, I'm scrolling, but yeah, as you can see here, I just typed in fox girl, and it's just, it's the dealer's choice. Pick your color, right? It's pretty damn endless. Oh, is that like a Ninetales in the bottom left? Do you see it with the hair? Oh, isn't that adorable? Yeah, just endless. Unlimited Fubuki works. She does use a blade in the HoloLive Alternative trailer. Her and Mio, they're fighting with some sort of swords. Some blades. It was far from a usual day for the everyday people of Novosibirsk. Confused glances and shocked stares were aimed at the new presence on the streets, gazes which were quickly turned away once they were returned. This was the police, they thought, yet not the police they knew. They were better armed. There were a lot more of them. They looked downright mean. It was clear they meant business, and in Novosibirsk there was little more valuable than meaning business. A few people whispered here and there. A friend of a friend had said this or that about the government wanting to eradicate terrorism, and that the police presence was to keep an eye on the ordinary people that the Narodniks blended into so easily. Soon the whole street knew the news, then the streets nearby, and by the end of the day everyone in the city knew they might be unknowingly watched at any moment. For once, all the complaints of the citizenry was silence, all their usual bravery frozen in place. Instead of the usual dissatisfaction of the age, they felt something they hadn't felt in a long time. Yeah. Every boot that hit the ground, every glare shot at a gathered crowd, every officer placed at a key position to keep watch as all manner of people passed by, served only to reinforce that fear, a sort of dread comparable to being caught in a spider's web with no escape. As the days passed and people grew used to the officers, however, the sense of fear settled down into a feeling of security, of protection. The spider's web had begun to feel more like a safety net for the common person. As for the uncommon person, the Narodnik, the spy, the common thief, The spider quickly began to feast, and when screams soon silenced were heard at night, nobody questioned why some officers needed their uniforms clean. It was better that way. A secure federation is a free federation. Okay, so I think what we're just going to do here is, let's grab our next focus. We're going to do some more political the next political pressure thing, and then that's going to be it for the day, because it's been a long day. Like I said, I've been up since like 4, and I just want to get my reading done before bed. And I also want to not fall asleep on stream. So we're just trying to exert that pressure. There we go. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Concrete History Games, and also thank you all very much for getting that Russian Unification Moe Order Super Events video up to 100,000 views. It's a really nice number. Yeah, you guys just have a pleasant evening. This particular live stream will probably be my priority in terms of live stream because there's apparently quite a lot of content for it. So I want to make sure that I get through it all, you know? Yeah, nothing else to say. Good night, everybody!